Hi guys, welcome back. This is a video in case you missed our online meeting for those of us that are our online learners. So, we're doing art online. I've tried to make it as easy as I can. For those of you that are 7th or 8th graders that were with me last year, you will remember that towards the end of our time together, before we had to all do our distance learning, that we had kind of switched to a lot more things being turned in our Google Classroom. So unbeknownst to me, I was kind of preparing you for being an online learner within art. So hey, who knew? All right, so you should have picked up art supplies when you came and got your computer or your Chromebook, okay? If you did not, I am out of supplies for right now. My supplies are in back order land, and if I give out any more to you guys, then I don't have any for my in-person learners to use either. All right, so we're kind of at the mercy of the back order land as to when they get there, okay? I have called, like, as of when I'm filming this, 4 times and asked them where my stuff is. And there's been round and round and round. So unfortunately, I don't have any more to give out right now, but I will be in communication if you do not have one with when I get those, okay? If it is taking for...
Lillian Ledesma, would you please come to the office? Lillian Ledesma, please come to the office.
Wasn't that fun? It's just like being in class. Okay, I will be in communication with you as to when I get those supplies in. Some of them might be coming in kind of slow. So for right now, if possible, if you don't have any colored pencils, if mom or dad or grandma or whomever it is that you live with could purchase you a pack of like 12 count colored pencils, that would be awesome. And you can do whatever assignment we are doing with the colored pencils and get on the road. If you have nothing because you didn't come to get it, or you came to get it, or you signed up late and I was out of supplies, I do have paper for you. I have plenty of paper. You just need to send me an email and I will get that together for you and leave it in the office, okay? So I've got plenty of paper, so I can get you paper. Hopefully maybe you have some colored pencils, or you can track down some colored pencils, and then we should be, smooth sailing for a little while until I get my supplies, okay? So if you got your supplies in your Ziploc bag, which I don't have one to show you because I gave them all out, you will have a baggie of oil pastels. They are in their own bag because they are messy, so I would suggest leaving them in there until we have a project with oil pastels, okay? They are kind of soft and squishy, so do be careful, because if you like slam them around, they might get kind of mashed, okay? Colored pencils. You have a small pencil sharpener. It does not have a shaving catch, so sharpen them at the trash can. Don't make mom and dad get all on you that you got pencil shavings everywhere, okay? Clean up after yourself just like you would in my classroom, okay? You also have an eraser. Okay, it's a bigger eraser. Some of you will have like a pink eraser. Some of you will have a white Blick eraser. It's an eraser. It works. Okay, so you have oil pastels. You have colored pencils. You have a pencil sharpener. You have an eraser. You have one Sharpie marker. If you use your Sharpie marker for other things and it runs out of ink, I don't have more to give you. Okay? Because I don't. Alright? So that is the only one that you're ever going to get from me. Okay? So if you run out because you're using it for other things, ask mom and dad to get you another one. Alright? Because I don't have more to give you. There's also a watercolor palette in there. Okay? Now these are the old ones because I didn't get my new ones in. So they are kind of used and well loved. But every single one of them, I did go through and I popped out any of them that didn't have a lot of watercolor in them, and I stuck in a refill, so that way you have at least all of the colors. Some of yours, you might have one that every single one of them was replaced, or a couple of them were replaced, or 3/4 of them were replaced. But I tried to get you what I could to get you a full paint palette, okay? Some of them, they were an older refill, and so they don't fit in there quite right, but they still work, okay? It's just a different brand of them. I didn't order those, but they're good. They work. So there you go. All right. You also have one paintbrush. I was going to try to give you 2, but the number of online learners kept increasing. And I was like, well, if I give away, if I send home too much more, many more of them, I'm not going to be able to have enough for my kids in my classroom. So you only got 1, which the kids in my classroom, when we get in our watercolors, they'll only get 1 too, because there will be 1 that comes with the watercolor set. So I figured, well, that will be pretty fair. Okay? So that's what's in your bag. I did not include a regular pencil. I'm really hoping that mom or dad or grandma or whoever was able to purchase you some regular pencils. You're at home. I've got pencils from who knows where, when, so hopefully you got some pencils, regular old pencils at home, okay? Or a mechanical pencil. It doesn't make a difference to me as long as it's a pencil, okay? And you have an eraser, so yeah, all right? Hopefully you've got something there. If you're completely without, we can probably work something out, but you gotta let me know, okay? So that's what's in your Ziploc bag. If at some point in time you come back for in-person learning, you're coming back into my room, you need to bring that plastic bag with you with all the stuff in it, because that is going to be your supplies. That is the supplies for you for the whole year, okay? So don't come back and leave your watercolors at home or your oil pastels at home and tell me that you don't know what happened to them, because I don't have more to give you. Those are yours, okay? So please bring them back. And if you're in the middle of any project that we're working on, bring that back too, okay? So in the white envelope is 10 pieces of paper. You have 5 of my practice drawing pieces of paper, and you have 5 white pieces of paper, okay? If you've been in class with me before, you know the tan color practice paper is what we do our rough ideas on. Sometimes we take notes on them, okay? So that is your practice paper. And through our lessons, okay, if you look at the presentations, you will notice they're set up the exact same way they have in the past. Those of you who are 6th graders and you have no idea what the past looked like, they are set up the exact same way. Some of you have older siblings that I have taught before, so they can attest to that. Yeah, that's the same way she's been doing it for years, okay? So they're set up in the exact same way. You are going to be asked to show me your rough ideas, okay? You're going to be asked to use your Chromebook or your computer or a phone, however you would like to do it, to take a picture of whatever it is that you drew as your rough idea and email it to me. Well, not email it to me. Post it in the Google Classroom it'll be in as an assignment, and all of my in-person learners are going to do the same thing. So everyone is going to turn it in that way. And then I can make comments and say, yes, you're on the right track, or no, let's try this, let's do that. And then we can have that same conversation we would have had before getting our final project started. All right, I'm trying to keep it as close to as I would normally teach as I can. We'll see how this goes, okay? I'm hoping it goes really, really well, okay? So you'll turn that in. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can after looking at it and go, okay, yep, you're on the right track. Let's get started and move on to your white paper. Now, because I didn't have big envelopes to send home a bigger piece of paper, and I didn't want them to get scrunched and rolled and crunched in your transporting home, I gave you the 9x12 or the small piece of white paper. So while you are at home, you will be doing smaller projects than students in the classroom, just because of that transportation side of it. If you are a sixth grader, and only if you are a sixth grader, our peace poster, yours will be slightly different just because I couldn't send you the giant piece of paper hope that we use. Unfortunately, that means that I don't think you can be entered into the contest. I'm trying to communicate with the Lions Club to go over the situation that we are in with that. But you can still do it. You can still participate in the project, okay? So we'll go over that later. Hopefully, all my sixth graders can meet in my sixth grade meeting, and we'll get you going, okay? And we'll go over all of that, and I might have some more answers to those questions because I'm still waiting to hear back, all right? Your final projects, they're going to be due around the same time that normal flow that I would have had. If you're a sixth grader and you've never been in class before, it's usually once we get started, after we've gone through our presentation, we're working on our rough drafts. Usually we have about 4 to 5, sometimes 6 class periods. So that equals about 2 weeks, slightly a little more because of the way that Wednesdays rotate. That's when things are usually due. So we're going to maintain that same timeline. If that isn't necessarily working for us very well, those of you that have been with me before, you know that that's just kind of a rough idea and that I'm pretty flexible and that I change it. If you tell me that you need 2 months to get a project done, I'm going to probably be communicating with you about how, no, we got to get our stuff done, okay? So that is our supplies. That is what we will be doing, all right? If you are watching this because you missed the Google Meet, please, 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 please email me, ask me questions that you have, because obviously this is a video, I can't go back and forth with you, okay? I would be more than happy to set up an individual time with you when it works with my schedule and your schedule, to go over questions, to just say hi and talk with you if that's something that we need and you want to be able to connect and make sure that what we're doing is working for you, okay? So this is just an overview of what 6th, 7th, and 8th grade all has. Every 6th, 7th, and 8th grader this year is only getting watercolor, oil pastels, color pencils, the Sharpie marker. That's all any of us are going to use. Unfortunately, that's what we've got with our fund. Got to clean everything, and what can I get that all of us can use, okay? So, recap. Email me when you got questions. You can call the school, leave me a message, or talk to me if I've got an open time to talk with you, okay? Email is probably your best bet. If it's something that you don't care if other people see, then yeah, you could probably post it in the stream on the Google Classroom, but if you'd rather not have everybody know that you have questions, then email me, okay? So please keep in contact with me. I will keep in contact with you. I've got like 20 of you, and most of you have like maybe 8 teachers, okay? So please help me out. Keep in contact with me. Do your part to help me out to make sure that we're all staying on top of it, okay? So, bring your supplies if you end up coming back in person, all right? So that way we've all got our stuff, because I've already given you your stuff, okay? If you don't have supplies yet, let me know, and I will let you know when I get all my stuff in, all right? So, I'm looking forward to working with all of you this year, and I can't wait to get started.